sorry for the late start. I was finishing a sandwich. Hello. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Hi. Hi. Hello, hi, Loka. It's another Tuesday and another day to play Ace Attorney Investigations. We finished the first case last stream, and the first cases tend to be like a little on the short side. Well, at least the older ones. I know that more modern Ace Attorneys, the first cases are like so long nowadays. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, we're gonna play more investigations. We're going into case 2. Oh, sorry for starting late. I overslept, and I don't know if this is the case for anyone else, but after I wake up, I need at least like several hours before I can like will myself to do anything. You know what I mean? Ugh. But a full season before Car wakes up. What the hell? What the heck? No, that's valid. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. But I think I've already stalled enough, like, eating my food, my little sandwich. Let's just get into the game. Let me move myself over here. And turn this off. Boop. And go over here. Yes. Let's go, let's go. So do this really quick. Open. There. It's time. Yeah, we're going into Turnabout Airlines. What's this about? Whew. Have I been enjoying this series compared to the regular formula? This game is so different from the regular formula. It's insane how different it is. Oh, the murder that occurred in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Thinking back, everything began on that faithful day, 2 days ago. 2 days earlier. What the, huh? Okay, it's wine. Oh my god. Whoa! Oh, cool! Whoa, 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 whoa! Go you! Yes. Everything began high up in the air, 9,000 feet in the air to be precise. Thank you for flying Go You Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. Oh my god, a murder on an airplane is fucking terrifying. That's nightmare. That's nightmare fuel. Look at him! Look at him face! Look at him on the floor! Look at him on the floor! He's literally doing that! That's literally what he's doing! What was I saying? Alright, so this game is so different from, like, the regular formula that, like, and we're still, like, at the very beginning. I can't really give my concise thoughts just yet, but right off the bat, I kind of love just seeing all the animations, being able to actually see the investigation happen instead of just like using theater of mind all the time. That said, that does leave a lot more like possibility for error because now you actually have to look around everywhere to like investigate and get the proper evidence. This game feels like the first case, at least, felt very much like you have to do things in a specific order, even though you already know the answer. And it doesn't have, like... There's no multiple answers. There's only one answer to this question, and you have to do it this order, or else you're not going to be able to progress. That's the kind of worry I have, based on the first case. And that might get a little frustrating. But I don't think it'll take away my enjoyment of the game, at least yet. It probably won't be that bad. I'm optimistic. Anyway, let's wake up Edgeworth, who's like on the floor. Oh my god, I can't get over how good the animations are. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Slight turbulence indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. Oh, that's right. His traumas. His traumies. His phobia. For anyone that doesn't know, Edgeworth has, like, an extreme fear of earthquakes. Like, that is, like, his biggest weakness. Like, he'll either, like, pass out or crumble into the floor fetal position if he's, like, experiencing an earthquake. So, it's good that they kept that. Oh, what the fuck? What's this? A travel wallet? But it's not mine. Why did you have it, then? How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? Head. Why won't this headache go away? I'll take care of this travel wallet later, or hand it off to an attendant. From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. This is a big-ass plane. What am I doing hesitating like this? Oh, wait, that's right! He's also- oh my god. I didn't even think about him also getting nervous about elevators. Ugh, poor boy. My poor boy! This plane is a fucking nightmare! Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. Dang, that's like huge spoilers for the first game. That's like huge spoilers for the first game. I mean, I'm glad that they reference it and they use the old art, but still. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. How long am I going to let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. He's so cute. He's so moe. Oh, that's a dead man. What the? What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat. He's dead! Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! What? No! You have it all wrong! It wasn't me! Oh my god, look at all the people. Oh my god, they tied him to the chair? Oh my god, they tied him to the chair! He has a giant... Oh my god, the personalized seats! Look at it! Hold on. No, I need to zoom in on his seat. Look at him. He's tied up. They tied him up. He has a giant-ass law book, a cup of tea, and, of course, the fucking chessboard, because he's a nerd! Let's look at the other seats. We got this guy who I'm guessing is, like, very nervous. He has, like, all the emergency stuff, like, all splayed out. This guy is an alcoholic. That is a lot of wine, I'm guessing. A lot of drinks. He's kind of swaggy with it, though. We got the attendant, who's very cuteness. I like her design. She's very cute. And oh my god. Little German boy! Little German boy! With the fucking gaming system? Damn! This is a fancy-ass airplane, with everyone gets, like, their own personalized, like, seating area. Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Tenero. Rhoda Tenero. Okay. I'm trying to think of what the pun could be there, but I don't know. Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight. An accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid! I caught a glimpse, and it was a murder! What? Murder? What's going on with this flight? Everyone please calm down, there's no reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. But someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off! Please, there is no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit. He is not the culprit! I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you I am not the killer. Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy! Now you listen here! I am not the killer! I simply found the body! So you say. However, I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Well, your honor is about to be besmirched, lady. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. And there's even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up. What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? I wanna do something really quick. Is there like a way to speed up the text? No, not that. Is there a way to speed up the text, Dan? Automatically progresses through the game when enabled, including answering questions and reviewing evidence. Oh! Oh, thank you so much for the follow, GVG. Well, welcome, welcome. I thought there was a way to maybe, like, increase the speed of the text a little bit, but I guess not. Hi! We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you will remain in our custody by the power vested in our captain. I am very sorry, but please understand our situation. Your situation? I'm more concerned with mine, and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly by while I get accused of murder. Long-time hater, first-time viewer. I see. Miss Tenero, is it? Yes. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance? To do what? A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now. It's the Edgy Poo game, wow! Hi, Mona! It's the Edgy Poo game! To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? You have a point. Very well. I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you will look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. Of course. As you wish. Good. Very well then. Let's get started. I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. It's probably the wallet. But I am certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you standing there with flesh? Well, flesh. With fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. So, if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land.
Girl, what murder weapon are you talking about? That's it? That's her evidence?
I don't think you could ask for a more perfect witness testimony. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it.
Let's see, do I have it? It is! Can I, like, examine it? No. Body found at 6:15 a.m. inside the elevator stopped at the first floor lounge. Details meals, movies, and other services inside. Thank you for choosing GoU Airlines. We wish you have a pleasant flight. If you require assistance at any time, please use the call button above your seat, and a flight attendant will be short. Clear time shown, but blah 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 blah.
Girl, do you mean the wallet?
Objection!
Miss Tenero.
What is with the yelling all of a sudden?
For what force of habit? Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Tenero, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct?
Yes, all that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine.
Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you.
What?
I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is?
It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky.
The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Miss Tenero.
What? Impossible!
Now then, do you still think I am the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet?
But I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did.
As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you'd agree it's only grape juice.
Then...
Oh my god, the grape juice!
Then...
That's right. You mistook grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist.
No!
There. That should clear up that pesky accusation.
Wait just a sec. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy.
What?
I demand that you show me what's inside. Please.
She's trembling, and the tacked-on please at the end. Sounds like I've got her. There's no need to look inside, even you can tell from its appearance that it's light.
No! I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself.
She's a persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Miss Tenero, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me.
All right. I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here.
Yay! Oh, yay, there is investigation stuff, thank God. Grape juice stains the outer cover. True, it was I who dropped it in the juice, however, I didn't do it out of ill intentions. Let's see, what's in here? It seems that this passport is all that's in here. As you saw, there is nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree?
Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth.
Girl! What is it now?
Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? Can I take a look?
Why not? Rather curious myself. Hicks Akbay, or Akbay Hicks? Is that his name? Republic of Borginia! Borginia mentioned! Oh shit! It's Borginia! Oh my god, all the little nods to Apollo Justice. I don't know if this game came before or after Apollo Justice. I'm gonna assume after. But that's awesome. This is just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Akbe Hicks, which makes it the victim's property. Okay. I'm gonna assume the first Apollo came before this one. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? How dare you! You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon. But it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. Girl! As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? It's empty! So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? Okay. Let's see, what evidence do I have? We have the wallet, which is empty aside from the passport, and his picture, where he's like, he has the injury on the back of his head. That much is certain. And I'm pretty sure that little statue thing is the murder weapon, because you can see the blood on the corner. There's also, like, money displayed everywhere. Okay. Also, he's missing something. I think something got pulled off from his neck thing. Can I look at his passport again? It seems that his passport's all that's in here. Can I not look at the passport again? There's no money whatsoever inside this travel wallet. Okay. Akbe Hicks was seated in first class like myself. You think I stole it? Yes! I'm very sorry to say it, but I wouldn't usually be so rude, but it must be said. I never thought I'd see the day, but here I am calling a passenger a thief. Maybe I should put on a serious face and say it more directly. I believe you removed the wallet from the victim's personage. It really doesn't matter how you phrase it. What I'd like to know is why you think I stole Mr. Hicks' wallet. Myself, but your motive is very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money.
Hold it!
You think I was after his money? Where did that cockamamie idea come from?
True, you are also a passenger in first class, but I thought something was off about you and those deeply etched lines on your forehead.
They're not lines! They're perfectly normal and a part of my natural face! Oh, Edgeworth! My poor baby boy.
I don't think I've ever met someone with such a terrible countenance on a flight before. And that's when it hit me. You have the face of someone with money trouble.
She really is making a fool of herself, pursuing this line of logic. I should spare her and present the piece of evidence that contradicts her testimony. Yeah.
Objection!
The wallet again! I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Tenero. Saying he's too chopped to be in first class is hilarious. Yeah.
What is it now?
Miss Tenero, I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony.
What are you talking about?
Simply put, as you saw it with your own eyes, the only thing inside Mr. Hicks' wallet was his passport. If I really was after his money, then why would I steal a penniless travel wallet?
But that's right! Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't know it was empty when you stole it!
You would like to think that, but that's not possible.
What do you mean it's not possible?
There is no way the killer didn't know that the wallet was empty to begin with.
Oh? And what makes you so sure?
I guess all the money splayed around on the floor?
Take that!
If you would recall the crime scene, I admit that the wallet was probably not empty at the time of the murder. That's pretty evident by the bills and cards strewn around the inside of the elevator.
Oh no!
I think you've come to realize the problem with your logic. I would surmise that the victim's wallet fell out during their struggle. And that's when its contents emptied onto the floor of the elevator. I doubt the killer could have missed such an occurrence.
Then you're saying...
Yes, according to your supposition, if I were the killer, I would have been going after a wallet I knew to be empty. And since I clearly was not attempting to gather the scattered money, it renders your argument of theft completely invalid.
Forgive me! Please! Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer?
Ha! Don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick. Will you all please be quiet? Miss Tenero.
Yes?
You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark, and looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought that I was the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you for releasing me. Oh my god, the Borginian language! What is it now? Help, this fucking music? Miss Tenero, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged.
It sounds like Borginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who...
I said that he is giving the runabout! I don't require an interpreter, I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant!
Yes, sir.
I want this person to be under arrest until we arrive at the airport! I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you! Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You! How dare you try to waste my time! You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs! I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I am pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Well, I should hope I'm not monetarily bankrupt, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinc LeBlanc II. I am a very wealthy man in the Virginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer. A rich seller of beauty.
Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now?
Pardon?
When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout.
I have to explain? Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator, going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. License to love, laugh, maim, and murder.
And what's the significance of that time?
At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6?
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body?
Well, it was a little after the patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15. Ah!
Hicks was his name, was it? Then I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at the time was this prosecutor, yes? Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a flying glass of grape juice.
I was still eating. I still haven't finished. See?
Look at that. Look at that child. The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say. But do you have what you say, the evidence? Yeah, that is a big-ass steak. It looks kind of yarny.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all?
Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain what you saw, enough to give testimony? Of course! I was looking at the man the whole time! I was playing with that annoying little, small machine the whole time. Machine? Yes! That's what you people call it in English, yes! It was making me crazy with the click, click, click! From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer.
I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself.
A simple cell phone. A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Tenero.
Yes?
I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene.
What? You want to examine the crime scene?
If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I don't like the sound of that fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that is how you say it in English. It's fox guarding the henhouse, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Tenero, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then.
I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say.
Ha! This should not be approved!
Please, Mr. LeBlanc, in an emergency, all decisions are made by the captain alone. Now please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back.
Look at her little run! You're not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes?
Of course not.
Ha! We will see. What a fucker. That guy needs to stop pondering his statue like an orb. He's like, ooh, my statue. Ooh, the only piece of beauty on this filthy airplane.
Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene.
What? Unbelievable! I am in your debt, Miss Tenero.
However, there is one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that?
Of course. I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural, as I am still a suspect in this case.
I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to use X to talk.
It's time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. Kind of want to investigate here too. This was Mr. Hicks's seat. I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about.
Perhaps it's in the elevator.
Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene now.
But I want to see everything. I want to see all the stuff. Oh, hello, cutie!
Excuse me, but may I have a word with you? You there!
If you need something, please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay?
What the? Hey, wake up, you!
I'm terribly sorry that she's being so rude, Mr. Edgeworth.
No need for you to apologize. I just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low that it was in the red. Well, you do that to a certain detective a lot, so yeah, you would. Ah, that's right. I was in the middle of recreating a chess game.
Just an observation, but aren't there too many red knights around that lone blue pawn?
Nonsense. It simply shows that the blue pawn is no match for the red knight's might. You're so mean, Edgeworth! You're so mean. So get near me, you criminal!
He said don't get near me, you criminal.
I am not the killer, and I intend to prove that starting now.
This is contrary to the facts!
He says, but that's contrary to the facts.
I can understand his English just fine. Very much. Hey, miss, how about another glass? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you know anything about the murder. How about it? How about a glass together? Sorry, but I must decline. I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to the cute attendant!
I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. But if you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time.
You got it, Toots. That's no way to talk to a lady! Aw, Edgeworth, he's so sweet. Let me see the child. If I may have a word with you.
Just,
Oh, awesome. That's great to hear, but I would like to ask you a few questions. That's Rajic Kaur! Which one? The yeah. Yeah, it is.
I was sure. What time? We're not.
Eat or speak, please pick one.
I think he chose to eat.
Yes, I can hear that. What a brat. Wow.
I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tenero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you. Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, we ask that you please return to your seat at the time.
So my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board?
I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes and first class without a staff keycard. And we found no record of a keycard being used at all. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands.
At least I know that much for sure. Okay, that narrows it down a bit. One other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Okay, let's investigate. Now then, let's get started.
But where should we start from?
Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statement. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere.
If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes.
First order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. Okay. I pity that a bronze statue knows not when good drink has been spilled at its feet.
This is a statue of our founder, Mr. Ego Hughes, who was a big fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice was here at his feet.
Is that a hint of hero worshipping I detect? there's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence.
Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt.
Aha!
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I found some very important evidence. The footprints! I'm assuming it's the footprints.
What is it?
They're a little smudge, but I think we can both agree that they are a set of footprints.
So you think...
Yes, these belong to our killer.
Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class.
I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match.
Oh, I see.
It was a good idea.
The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters, but we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed.
There must still be clues to be found here in this lounge. I must remain ever vigilant. These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There's quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area.
Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you.
I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name! Aw man, now that you made the comparison, Noka, I can't help but think Edgeworth is a little Roger Core. I think you would like Edgeworth a lot. I think he's kind of... I think he might be your type of fella. There are a few copies of Sky Magazine in the magazine rack.
This month's special is an English trivia quiz.
It's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know don't know a particle from a participle.
Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Who's ever heard of such a silly word as participle?
Case in point.
Help!
How old is she? She's 24. Okay. These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds tell me nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds.
Not so. And tell me, what do you suppose I said to them?
I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation.
Clouds. They tell me nothing!
This grand piano is the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive.
What? It's a CD player? That's not a piano, it's more like an overgrown music box.
Ah, but its keys depress along with the music, as though there really is someone playing it.
Entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. This toppled over chair, yet another victim of the turbulence.
Ah! No! Look at all the grape juice sitting in the back! It may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable.
It was?
Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to a tour in this plane. The Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair.
I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals?
I can't believe you never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the Pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens.
Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later. On second thought, I can already see how confusing the conversation would get. I like the idea that Edgeworth is always like, I don't have time for like these silly teen or kid things, and then he checks it out and he ends up loving it. That's what he was with the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai is like a tokusatsu like kids show, and Edgeworth is like a huge fan of it. Gumshoe mentioned my husband. Oh, you should have been here for the first case. We got to see so many cute Gumshoe moments in the first case. What or who is this?
This is a bronze statue of the founder of Go-You Airlines, Mr. Yugo Hughes. The one on the left is one when he was in his 40s, and the other one is him in his 80s.
They look exactly the same! The man aged at all over those 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence.
It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off.
I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. Alright. What floor is this elevator service?
Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight through keycard.
So the only floors accessible to passengers are the first and second, huh? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Okay, so let's look at the floor.
Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks' wallet at some point.
Okay.
What is this sinister-looking figure on the floor here?
Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Captain Hugo. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition and is so popular that we're down to our last one.
You have an in-flight shop?
Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered.
There's blood on here. Has this been a murder weapon?
Let's see. Maybe this might make something? No? Damn. Ah! Oh, come on, man. The footprints are leading to the store. Obviously means the killer went to the store. Whatever.
I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight.
So Mr. Hicks, he's really dead?
Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right here.
Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes.
I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks' head. Could this be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken.
Dang, his glasses are broken too? Okay, let's see this. There we go.
A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who has been beaten to death.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out.
Yes? What is it?
The way the blood is on it, it looks like it matches up with the wound in his head.
Well, aren't we deserving of the Master of the Obvious title?
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating?
It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon.
Oh, I just knew it! I mean, I can't think of any other connection.
Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more befitting.
Okay.
See anything? Oh, hold on, what's that? There's something sticking out of his pocket. I hope you won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. Oh my god, look at him! It looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere.
Wait, hold on.
I wonder what was hanging off of his lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. If I could put my finger on it.
Yes.
Eureka! Mr. Hicks' machine is nowhere to be found.
His machine?
His cell phone, Miss Tenero.
Ah, so I guess because it's not here.
Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Hmm. Okay. Is there anything with that? Is there something else here? The shoes? Oh, true, you're right. There's no grape juice residue on the soles of the shoes, but making it highly unlikely that Mr. Hicks entered this elevator after the turbulence. Okay. It was definitely before the turbulence. I think that's everything? Yeah, okay. Let's see, anything else to investigate? I just need to talk to her. Actually, hold on.
Even if you show that to me, I still cannot allow you free rein. I'm sorry, but I must admit that I still have my doubts about you.
Guilty until proven innocent, I see. Okay, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She just doesn't care about anything. She just doesn't care about goddamn shit fuck from anything. Okay. Miss Tenero, I would like to ask you about investigating the lounge.
As long as you have the captain's permission, I can't stop you from looking around.
If you could pass a message along, tell him I'm grateful for his spirit of cooperation.
I will. However, please realize that you are still under suspicion. To be honest, I still have my doubts about you.
Of course, and I take no offense.
Do you really understand what I'm saying?
Yes, verily.
Do you pinky swear you do? On your honor as a professional prosecutor?
I pinky swear I do on my honor as a professional prosecutor.
Well, I guess that settles that.
I feel my honor as a man slowly diminishing. This game's silly. Did you notice anything?
I was wondering whose footprints those are next to the elevator.
I'd say the killers, wouldn't you say? Even if they aren't, I'm sure they are a vital clue to solving this case.
Oh, maybe there are other clues waiting to be found in other places. Come now, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go find them together.
A word of advice? Nobody likes a credit thief, so stop stealing my lines. Help me! I was wondering if you noticed anything, Miss Tenero.
Yes, I can't help but notice the sad atmosphere in here.
Yes. It is a rather tragic scene.
I'll say, robbing the poor man after bludgeoning him to death. Talk about rubbing in the salt. I can't forgive someone who would do this to a passenger of mine. I swear as a professional flight attendant, I will capture the culprit with my own hands.
And I promise as a prosecutor to solve this case with logic and deduction. I should go over all the leads I've collected so far one more time. The key to solving this lies in the intersection of my logic and the evidence. Okay. I think that's the game saying, like, put the pieces together, idiot. I already tried connecting these two and it didn't work. Maybe this? No? Okay. Maybe there's something else to investigate? Okay. I thought I saw something. Oh!
This door leads to the flight attendant's room, but please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel.
The room is giving off the scent of women's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great, however to me it simply smells. I know what you are! Not that I have any interest in what lies behind this door. I know what you are!
Perhaps we should turn to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth?
Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. Hello? 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 I know what you are!
Oh, maybe I need to investigate the phone. No, not you.
Okay, never mind. I can't investigate the phone.
Statue maybe?
There is some blood on one of the corners. Could this piggy bank be the murder weapon? It says Go You Airlines. No, I've seen it occur a lot recently, and it's been bothering me greatly. But why do some brands think it's acceptable to simply smash two words together and call it a day? That's what you're concerned about? I suppose this is where you insert your coins. I have to say, for a piggy bank, it's made rather well. So well, in fact, that I'm not sure there is a way to take your money out. That's true. How would you take the money out? Maybe this? Oh, okay. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's that's how we connect that. I have it!
I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder.
What? Really?
Yes. It's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather, the grape juice in this case. These footprints here confess to me this very fact. That someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person.
But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself?
Ah, but if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see that the soles are spotless.
Which means...
Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in that elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. Ah, there we go. There we go. Nice. What's going on over there? Eh? I can't, I don't want to say anything. Oh? Oh! Unforgivable! This is unforgivable! Do you understand what I'm saying? The movie is late! It is the same level of bad as if the plane had arrived late!
But the movie...
What? I will not talk to you anymore! You are just wasting my time!
What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please return to your seat, sir.
Do not tell me what to do! I need not to sit down! Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet? If you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine! Suit yourself! I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes. Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusions seem to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come, let me see. Hurry! Do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's accounts somehow, and fast. Okay. It was the time... Yeah, it was 6 o'clock. The body was discovered... Except... that is a mistake. Well, let's press just in case. That is the most mistaken way of thinking I have ever heard of! No! Your silly opinion is what is mistaken! Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken. Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. He suddenly has a lot of confidence in his testimony. If push comes to shove, I may need to press him for more information. Okay, I have to press.
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at the time? Of course I saw what was inside. And are you sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes! The only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man! This last housebird was a bit too important to let go.
Hold it!
Was he really alone? Of course! I will bet even 1 cent! Cheap ant. For a cheap testimony. But if that's how you want to play it, I'll happily take your 1 cent. Help! Edgeworth really said, give me your fucking penny.
Objection!
Mr. LeBlanc. What is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and? Will you admit you also spilled it with the blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out onto the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Can you please translate for us? No way. That's totally impossible. I guess is what he said. No way! That is totally impossible! I know there was no other person in there. I saw with my own eyes. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she is right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then, what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me, and I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear that there was no one else inside. No one! Mr. LeBlanc, if you could please calm down. What? Dare you two have an issue with my eyewitness testimony?
No, not at all. Please forget I said anything.
Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. And I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. Let me drink some water. I'm very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. Actually, why were you upset? Was this the phone thing? So, are you still upset now? I am always upset! The only time I am not is when I have a piece of art in my hands. It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him. But I was even more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me.
Hold it!
Why were you so attentive at the time? Because something unforgivable was happening! Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time! In money! You understand the point. Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? Summary of the plot. And its start time. Interesting. They were supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder! I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I look forward greatly to that movie! I checked my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came aboard. So my watch is not wrong. It matched the schedule. But the movie was still late! Very, very late!
Hold it!
Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it if that's alright. The movie I wanted to see would not start, so I checked my pocket watch many times.
Hold it!
So this movie you mentioned, is it the one listed in the Sky magazine? Yes! I was so looking forward to watching License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. Miss Tenero, was this movie shown on this flight? Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time. Isn't it possible you simply slept through it by accident? Nonsense! You doubt me? No, stop pointing at me like that! How did you miss a movie that he was clearly hoping to see? I checked my pocket watch a great number of times. That much I know for sure. Oh, his watch is probably wrong.
Hold it!
You're sure about what you just testified, Mr. LeBlanc? Yes, of course! I am a very busy man. I am immediately busy when I land. I have many places to go and no time to waste adjusting my pocket watch. I see. That was a very valuable statement you just made. You flatter me all you want, but you will not get 1 cent out of me. That's alright. All I require is this piece of testimony. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me.
Hold it!
Since you only happened to see him, it's possible that you missed something in that glance. Even if I only happened, I did not miss a thing. And how can you be so sure? Just because! I would appreciate it if you didn't take my life so lightly with a simple just because. Well then, I was only making a joke! I saw Mr. Hicks, alright? Who's entering?
Hold it!
Is it possible that someone was hiding inside? What? You dare insult me! I have belief in my eyesight! When I look for art to sell, I am told often I have great sight for the arts. I think the phrase you're looking for was great sense, although that's debatable. But isn't it possible someone was just outside of your line of sight? You are persistent, I tell you, I looked clearly. But I swear there's no one else inside. No one.
Hold it!
Why do you insist that you are absolutely not mistaken? Because when I say I am not wrong, I am not wrong! Mr. LeBlanc, if I may, I think beyond misconceptions and mistakes lies the truth. Funny, that suspiciously mirrors something I told her only a little while ago. I obviously don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying. I don't think he's lying either. But I think he might be mistaken about something. Mistaken? Yes. And I'm going to correct his mistaken recollection with evidence. And this professional attendant shall witness the prowess of a professional prosecutor. Okay. Interesting. Ah! There we go. There we go. That's the problem. You set your watch to your destination's time, but the schedule is set to departure time, you idiot! Ah, you missed the movie because you're stupid!
Objection!
Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. Now, if your watch has set to your destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. Yes, and the correct time is worth its 6 cents. I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe the Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance to the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Miss Tenero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point. That's right. It was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zhengfa. Republic of Zhengfa. Interesting. But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now, we are still running in Borginian time. What?! The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. That's a big time difference! In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. But it also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. My 1,000,000 cents! This should clear up all of the remaining accusations. So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes. Because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during the span of time? What was he doing?
I've got something to say.
And you are? Oh, she's cute. I like her.
I'm Cammy Mealy. I'm a flight attendant.
Oh, like chamomile? And what is it you wish to say?
Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it.
What do you mean, Cammy?
I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know?
What? How can you be so sure of the time?
Oh, that's right! He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point.
Message from Captain Ego. This flight will be making a brief stop to refuel the transfer cargo in the Republic of Xingfa. Between 4 and 5 a.m., we ask that all passengers remain on board at that time. Thank you for your cooperation. The stop we made for refueling and cargo transfer in Xingfa, correct?
Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks.
And during that time, did any of the passengers leave, or did any new ones board this flight?
No. Not a single person got off or on in Shenzhen.
What about the flight crew?
The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off. But eventually, everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back onto the plane.
So basically, I assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. Should keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you Mr. Akbe Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m.
Alright, then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m.
Okay, now what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth?
I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Xingfa. You were here the whole time from 5, yes? Then you're the only one who could be the killer!
Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time around 5 a.m. onwards?
Unfortunately, yes.
But then, how do we explain the footprints?
Is not that obvious? This man waited for Mr. Hicks in his lounge, waited to kill him! And then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken, but what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter. Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge.
Everything happened in this lounge. Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc?
Do you have another idea?
I simply feel that there is something out of place in the scenario you presented. Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge? My first instinct is the grape juice footprints.
Take that!
These footprints, in which direction do you think these are headed?
That would be the in-flight shop.
Correct. They are headed in the direction of the shop.
But they look disconnected. They end all of a sudden.
You are right to point out that they do not form one continuous trail to the shop. However, there is another piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene.
Oh, excuse me.
The murder weapon, right?
Take that!
The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there and is not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious?
Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared it, taking it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you are innocent at all. Is there no way to win with this man?
If I may.
What is it?
You see, well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says.
Oh? Why do you know this so well?
Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes.
And when was this?
It was maybe around 5:40 a.m.
Isn't that just before we hit the patch of turbulence?
That's right.
You were in the shop just before the turbulence?
Yes, I was.
Come to think of it. Miss Tenero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door.
Yes, I did.
And what is beyond that door?
That's the flight attendant's room.
Then you were on the first floor?
Yes. I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room.
Are you saying you passed by me at some point?
Yes, you seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by.
I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was.
Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there.
Why did you go to the shop in the first place?
I went there for a work-related.
Work, you say?
Yes. The upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities.
Why did you not say anything before that until now is what I want to know.
In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well.
Shall we head over there then?
What is it now?
Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane.
Girl, they're just out. Yeah, you can kind of even see a little bit of like nipple outline too, I noticed.
Also, hi Oz!
Am I winning? I'm trying my best right now.
So I think we're alright.
Ah, that's weird. What is?
Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Tenero?
It means she's lying. Go on, admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet here you are.
Why is she cute? I hope she didn't do a murder. It's for me. I'm thinking it's either one of the flight attendants. It's one of these two. Right now, Tenero's looking a bit suspicious, but it's too early. You, flight attendant, what are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us?
The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way.
Miss Tenero, why would you do such a thing?
Please excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would follow me, I will be your guide from now on.
There's something about Miss Tenero that has piqued my curiosity. Right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. Is she gonna come? Is she gonna come with me? Miss Melee, about investigating the in-flight shop. You're of no use to me asleep. Wake up!
What's up?
I need you to come with me so I can search the shop.
Go on ahead without me.
I'll catch up with you later. How has this woman not been fired yet?
Alright, let's go.
So this is the in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here.
You think? Guess I'll have to clean things up then.
Hold on! You can't clean up a potential crime scene.
Oh, thank goodness, I hate cleaning so much.
I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Because this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. There's a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. Okay. Alright, let's investigate. Inside this display case is a row of lifesavers and life vests for sale.
We sell a lot of those when there's some kind of accident or something.
You sell them?!
But some people buy them even when nothing's going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one?
I sense that this shop is one shopper away from being sued. Yeah! Yes, actually! What do you mean you sell them? Those are supposed to be given to you, like... You just get them! At least for the flight! Crazy! There are all kinds of luxury name brand merchandise for sale in this display case. And they're lined up in just such a manner as to scream, "Buy me!" to any passersby. Stuffed toys just like the one Miss Mealy is holding on display here. They're relatively cheap, which explains why they're displayed so haphazardly.
How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? You know you want one too. They're great for when you're stressed.
Why do I envision stuffed animal abuse when she says that? Not the stuffed animal abuse. glass from this display case's door is shattered all over the floor. And it looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, actually, I think there is something. What's this? A mini captain's hat? Huh. Interesting. There is a wide selection of souvenirs for sale in these display cases.
You know what I'd suggest?
Sorry, but I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip.
Okay, then how about you buy something for me then? As a present.
I can't think of a single reason why I'd want to buy you anything.
But I've had my eye on that pendant for such a long time.
Then paying some attention. Try paying some attention to me when I ask you something, and then help. These are naughty. What are these?
Oh, those are our company's completely original line of suitcases. They're practically flying out the door. That's how popular they are. You should buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it.
Perhaps that's how things work on this flight, but in the real world, you try, then buy one.
No way. But either way, it doesn't really matter.
True. Either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they've boarded the plane?
Anyway, see that? Just look at all the Captain Nigo heads painted on there. Cute company mascot, isn't he? They're painted on it with a lot of care. Doesn't he look like he's about to jump out at you?
It is certainly making something jump inside my stomach.
Huh? Oh, I guess there's no fooling your refined taste. You look like you really wanted to get one. And I thought I was going to finally make my first sale, but you saw right through it. Glad that's done, though. Never make me try to give you a sales pitch ever again, okay?
I never showed any interest in it to begin with!
See? It really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You want to know something? This suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda. Oh no!
Miss Tenero designed this?
Yeah, it was a company-wide contest.
Well, it does have a very sharp design sense.
Sharp, like stinky sharp cheddar, maybe. I really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. It's so... blah.
Miss Tenero designed this, did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected.
Whoa, 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 whoa! You okay?
I'm fine. Please watch yourself, Miss Melee. Letting a suitcase freely roll around has got to be a safety violation.
Here, I'll put it back.
Huh. What's with the flowers? Beautiful flowers in the beautiful arrangement. I feel cleansed just by looking at them.
Well, you're kind of stepping on a few of them, you know, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, excuse me. Help! Let's see, anything else to investigate? I don't think I have anything yet. Let's talk to her.
I don't know much about this shop, but you can still ask me about whatever.
So, what do you think about what has happened regarding this case?
I don't know. I think you're the killer though, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can assure you that I am here in this shop to prove just the opposite.
Yeah, it was me that got you the permission to look around. You know? So don't forget that, okay?
Oh my god, look at her. How am I supposed to thank you properly if you insist on falling asleep?
Well, you know who would really show your thanks? You see that item for sale over there?
Sorry, but you're going to have to make do with my words of appreciation.
Oh, I'd love to have this piece of jewelry. Can I have it?
No, you may not! This is a prosecutor's badge!
Really? Then why did you show it to me?
I wanted to prove to you that I really am a prosecutor. And that it's not possible for a prosecutor like me to commit such a crime. Dude! Literally the first case! The first case of this game! The killer was a prosecutor! What do you mean? Also, Von Karma is also, like, I don't know, but... you're crazy, Edgeworth. I see that I'm just wasting my time with Cousin Hare here. Cousin Hare?!
What is that? Are you going to give it to me? Oh, but I'm not supposed to accept any presents. Unless they're really worth something. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Miss Rhoda said that this piggy bank was in this shop, right? Don't you find her a tiny bit suspicious?
I don't think I can say either way yet. There's not enough evidence to convince me that she was lying about anything back there.
Are you sure about that? Hey. Like I said earlier, I was the one answering people's calls while we were refueling in Shangfa. And Mr. Hicks was in his seat at the time.
What time was that again?
He called at around 5 a.m. You were at your seat around then too, you know?
I do recall people calling for service at around that time. And if this turns out to be a waste of time, I must stand firm. I just know that there's a vital clue or two awaiting me here in this shop.
Anything else I can, like, poke at, maybe? No?
Then I think probably it's time to do some puzzle pieces. Let's see.
Maybe this?
Maybe the glasses broke because, they got rolled over? Never mind, I'm stupid. Okay, No. No. Hugo's missing Hugo's missing the... There we go! The hat probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Let's give it a go and see.
How cute!
I believe this piggy bank was forcibly removed from this display case. Does this mean that the killer broke the glass to get it?
Really?
Don't tell me you don't know things go where in this shop.
Well, I don't. Miss Rhoda's in charge of this place. So come on, how should I know anything?
I sense that further inspection of the display case is needed.
Okay.
Alright, let's look around. Is this the same man as the one portrayed by the statues around the elevator?
Yeah, that's a paperweight of the founder of Go-You Airlines, Mr. Hugo Hughes. On the bottom shelf, we have the cute one. The middle shelf is the realistic one. And on the top shelf, that's the floral version.
Floral? Are you sure about that? Let me guess. You just said the first thing that came to your mind, right? Looks like I hit the bullseye. Oh. The glass on this door is broken. Perhaps it was the killer who broke it in order to take the picture. But it's a bit odd that the inside of this case is so devoid of glass shards.
Ah!
What is it?
I touched the glass and it cut my finger. It hurts, Mr. Edgeworth, it hurts!
Please tell me you can deal with such a minor cut on your own. Let's see. Go-You Airlines related book lines this shelf. The history of Go-You Airlines, the future of Go-You Airlines, the 7 wonders of Go-You, Fight On Go-You Airlines, working name Hugo Airlines, go you! Titles make it very clear that they won't be making the top sellers list anytime soon. Help me! Okay, we know that doesn't... Gotta do something. What about what? If the killer had broken the glass to get to the Captain Yuga bank, there should be shards inside the case itself.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess it'd be like that.
However, there is not a single piece of glass inside a display case.
Nope. No, there isn't.
Which means the glass was broken from the inside out. The piggy bank must have fallen over from the turbulence and right through the glass.
Yeah, that's for sure. There's so much glass all over the floor.
I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off its head at the time too.
That's nice.
Which leads me to believe that the killer took the Captain Yugo bank from here after the turbulence. Take your power naps on your own time, Miss Millie, and listen to when I'm talking! But the murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bank out as the murder weapon.
Oh. So, that means the bank's not the real murder weapon? It's a fake?
Yes. At this point, that is a very real possibility.
But then, what if when the killer went to take Captain Ego, they broke the glass by accident?
The display case is locked, so that's highly unlikely.
Yeah, but there's one person who could have.
Oh, and who would that be?
Miss Rhoda, of course. I mean, she's the one in charge of this place, so she has the keys to everything.
Miss Rhoda Tenero, huh?
That seems a little too obvious, though.
Can I check the glass, maybe? For security, there's a lock on this display case. Miss Melee, if I may ask you about this lock.
The one who's in charge of the shop is Miss Rhoda, so... She's got the keys to all of the display cases.
I see.
Ah, I bet you want to buy something. Do you want me to go get the key from her?
No, that's alright. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Let's see if we can piece anything together. Oh, maybe it was broken because of the suitcase.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, there's definitely something wrong here.
What's the sudden yelling?
Tell me, Miss Melee, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases?
Oh, well, sure, they totally ooze strange. Like the color and the such.
That's not what I'm talking about. Now pay attention!
Ah, you're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth. Like, scary.
Sorry.
Cute.
These suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper.
Yeah, they look a bit uptight, don't they? But I guess they take after their creator.
Again, that's not what I meant, Miss Mary. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are the only things undisturbed by the turbulence? Never mind, I'd sooner find an answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. Upon closer inspection, they really are quite hideous.
I wonder how Miss Rhoda would have reacted if she'd heard what you just said.
Ugh.
What's wrong?
She makes a good point. It would be wise of me to watch what I say out loud. Edgeworth doesn't like hurting people's feelings! What's this? I've spotted something that's not quite right. Eh? Oh! Oh! Oh!
Take that!
There's something very peculiar about these wheels. Huh? As in... There are no stoppers in place of these. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbulence would have sent it flying. And so it is very likely that this suitcase was placed here after we hit turbulence! Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? Oh. What's this? The wheel is completely covered in something. This color and this scent. It appears the substance in question is grape juice. Why would there be grape juice on the wheel of a suitcase? Interesting. This was apparently designed by Miss Tenero herself. The design has a certain je ne sais quoi about it. Yes, perhaps that is the best way to put it. Can I open it? It would appear to be unlocked. Let's take a look at what's inside. Oh! Oh! Ooh! 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 Well, well, well! What do we have here? A piece of cloth. And it's soaked with blood. Ah! It's blood! It appears that this suitcase is very strongly tied to our murder after all. Ho ho ho! This suitcase is evidence! So, explain this to me. What does this suitcase have to do with the murder? I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used this suitcase in some manner. Such as to move something, perhaps? But aren't you just talking about the cloth, then? That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. The thing I believe the killer used this suitcase to transport is... the body, maybe? You can fit a person in a suitcase. The body? Something that would fit inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? Damn. Damn! But, in light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else. Which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location. So you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it? Exactly. What is it? Nothing. Just that I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said about coming here for something. Ooh. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I wanted to give you a bit more time, but I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. Very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but the captain feels that he has allowed you ample time. He says that he'd appreciate it if you could wrap it up here and return to your seat. I understand his sentiments, however, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop, then I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites. Under your supervision, of course. If that's your only condition, then I believe we can accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can, Mr. Edgeworth. Sounds like fun. We can camp out and watch over everything together. I found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge. And I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. And yet, regarding what Miss Mealy reminded me about Miss Tenero, I can't allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light.
Ooh, to be continued! Nice!
I could stop here, but only 2-hour stream doesn't seem like a lot, so I'm gonna... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What is he doing here? Why is he here? Why is there a child next to him? Oh my god! Ew! Ew! No! Why is he here?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that once we had landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. Thanks to Miss Tenero and Miss Mealy, I was able to preserve the crime scene. I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Miss Tenero in private. I'm left wondering just what was she up to? Why did she do what she did? There must be a way for me to continue my investigation. Oh! I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth. My girl! Franny! Franziska? I thought you were still in Germany.
I go where I am needed.
And whenever there are criminals to be caught. Her name is Franziska von Karma, the daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma. She, like myself, is a prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It would be a bit of a relief if you are. Don't you try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth! I'm placing you under arrest. She's such a bitch! What?! It's quite frustrating, actually. I had hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never thought I'd see the day when a disciple of the House of Von Karma would become a Hello? What about your dad? Hello, your dad? Your dad is a criminal! Have you no shame? What? It has all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. A misunderstanding? I heard all about the murder over the police radio from the captain himself. You waited for the victim on the first floor and then beat him to death. Franziska, do you honestly believe that I killed a man? I suppose I should reserve judgment until after I investigated this for myself. I can put you under arrest. I can put your arrest on hold until then. That's as it should be. Ha! I don't need a lecture on how to perform my duties from you of all people. To be perfect in every way, the fulfillment of the creed alone is all I strive for. Well, I have my own creed which I must fulfill, so why don't we solve this together? I have to get going. The crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town. Trust me, I had no intention to. Detective Gumshoe! Oh, there he is! Yes, sir! Too slow! Meow! Listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up. Understand? Mr. Edgeworth, I'm supposed to guard him? A simple yes or no, detective. Yeah! Yes, sir! Understood, sir! You just leave it to me! In celebration of the past 20 hours, I'm making Kraft mac and cheese. Oh my fucking god! Enjoy your mac and cheese!
Miles Edgeworth. If you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you'll excuse me.
She's so fucking cute. I love her. I love her so much. Good to see you again, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, am I glad to see you're okay. Thank you, detective. I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. I have to admit, I'm a bit curious to what Franziska is up to. You made it to Master Ball already? That was fast. Congratulations. I heard, is there a rank higher than Master Ball, or is Master Ball the highest rank? Maybe I should ask the good detective. Very well. In that case, I have a few questions for you. Oh! Oh! Sorry. Them using the, like, Gumshoe's theme. Oh.
Baba, baba, Ba 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 ba
Ugh, such a good fucking theme. Okay. I need to get this out of the way or else I'm gonna go insane. Looking from behind, I think I've seen this man somewhere before.
In Soviet Russia, world flag lunchboxes eat you! Found it! LOL! Ooh, I feel a wave of creative powers coming on! It's over 9,000 lols! For my next week's movie, it's gonna be The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Tokyo versus the World Samurai Champion of Earth. It's gonna rock so many boxers!
So the Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. Yeah, it's him. It's fucking him. Like, why the fuck is he here? And I love that Edgeworth's just like, oh my god, the Steel Samurai is getting a movie. Fuck yes! Let me talk to this child. This child seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many planes.
Wow! I'd love to take a run down that high runway.
Oh, the youth of today. So much potential, yet so misguided. Dude. Fuck yes! Oh, who's this guy? Lunchland. Wait, Lunchland? Like from Rise from the Ashes? Not bad. I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own branch shops. Oh my god! Hell yeah! Good for her. What should I go with?
I recommend our airport special, World Flags Lunchboxes, only available for a limited time. We have a variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different countries' flags.
I wonder if they're aiming to take Lunchland to the international market. Oh, he finally got out of the plane. This man was in first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair. I did it. I made it the whole flight. I'm not scared of turbulence anymore. He must have been pretty scared. He's repeating the same thing over and over to himself. What a view of the planes preparing to take off. Besides the turbulence, they're not really all that bad as a mode of transportation. Oh, right. Gumshoe! How goes it? How goes it, brother?
Ah, Rana!
Whew. So, how is the initial investigation going?
We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office. And we're taking statements now, sir.
That sounds like Francisca. She was always good at quick responses to a case.
I'd say she was a little too quick, sir.
Oh? How so?
I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. But somehow, when I got here, Miss Von Karma was already here barking out orders at everyone. It was kinda creepy, as though she knew there had been a murder or something. And had come in advance to await your flight's arrival.
That is sort of odd. She did show up rather quickly, and out of the blue. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America. There must be some backstory to all of this.
I think she was just excited to see you, Edgeworth.
Can't believe you just forget about Gumshoe. Listen, my mind is frazzled right now.
Miss Von Karma just kinda bumped out of the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident.
No details?
It's kinda top secret, so she can't talk about it, even with me, sir.
Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. Plus, I doubt the top secret part is what stopped her from talking to you, Detective. Although, I wonder if that case has anything to do with mine. Anyway, that's all of the info I have, sir. We should find out more as we investigate. Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation, starting with talking to the people involved in this case afresh. Let's go, Gumshoe! Is that the captain? So, you must be the captain. Why, yes, I am, and who might you be? I am the prodigy prosecutor, Francisca von Karma, and I have a few questions for you. Ah, don't you dare, Captain, getting friendly with another woman. I'll never forgive you if you do. What are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. I wouldn't bet money on our dear captain to be much of a reputable person. Sure you don't want to ask the captain some questions, sir? He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt he would know anything of use. Anyway, I like to leave that type of witness to Francisca and her whip. Help me. That's fucked up, Edgeworth. Ah! Oh, Gumshoe. Oh my god, the kid never finished his steak! Now see here! Ah! Sorry, I'm sorry!
How long do you intend to hold me? It is impossible for me to be the criminal I told you!
Mr. LeBlanc.
Oh, it is you! Tell this man to stop stopping me from going! Time is money! I don't have time, even 1 second of wasteful time to spend!
Looks like we can't go beyond here, sir. Plus, the body has been sent off to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Oh, excuse me. Did you finish taking a statement yet?
Yep, all done, sir. I do not concern if you're not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back! If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay!
Art? What sort of art? Mr. LeBlanc's an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small. From folks' costumes to stone statues, I sell all kinds of arts. Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat. It kind of looks like another piece of cloth. Ah, it does. Hey, sir, does this look familiar to you? Mr. LeBlanc, can you please take a look at this for me? Oh, it's a Borginian cloth! As I suspected, your hat is made of the same material, I suppose.
Yes, of course, this fabric is so famous, orders come from overseas for more.
Ah. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier.
No. My cargo this time is much, many gigantic. You, detective, when can I have my cargo moved?
You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, sir.
The stubbornness of you police, it is no good. And it is no good that attendant refuses to exit the attendance room too.
That attendant? I wonder if she's talking about Miss Snare. Oh. Can we go in there? What did you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc?
She was taken into the attendance room for her interview. And then, they still have not come out! They make no sign of coming out either! I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her.
Why is Miss Tenero's interview the only one that's taking up so much time?
Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to examine the plane, weren't you?
Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Miss Tenero. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room?
Before I do, you still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances.
I understand.
You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking. But you can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, ooh! Okay! Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime is here,
And in the very lounge, the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found. The only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect.
The likeliest suspect, Francisca.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, but it's not like you to use such vague wording. You're usually a bit more absolute.
I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend?
Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough. If I want to continue my investigation, I'll have to break her line of logic.
Okay. Before that, though, I need to turn on my lights. It's getting dark in here. Nope.
The scene of the crime was here in the very lounge the body was discovered. Except it wasn't, though. Wait, before that. We haven't saved in a hot minute.
Objection!
No-oh! It would appear that you did not have all the information you needed after all.
And what does that mean?
I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. A piece that proves that the body was moved from a different location. The killer used this suitcase to move the victim's body, meaning that the real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all.
Objection!
Now who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions? Excuse me. All you did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth.
I expected you to come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily.
You should know better than that. Avant Karma is perfect in every way.
Ah, but did you know that the killer definitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point?
Objection!
As if there is proof of that.
It's on the suitcase.
Oh, there's even like... Hold on. Ah! There's even like smudges for the wheels. Yes! Okay, no, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh, it wasn't far yet. Fuck! Damn it! So, it could either be the suitcase again, or the footprints. I'm gonna assume the footprints.
Take that!
The spilled grape juice in front of the elevator?
Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area here.
Oh, thank God I was right. Okay. Right here.
Take that!
This mark here. Wouldn't you say that looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels?
I suppose.
Further, there is also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means that this suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here.
I suppose this means that the killer did move the victim's body from somewhere else.
I'm glad you come to your senses.
Objection!
Not so fast! That still doesn't put you in the clear. Not by a long shot. I love her. She's so cuteness. You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank. You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then,
while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from, and pretended to be the discoverer of the body. Not a bad bit of logic for something you thought of on the fly. Just what are you insinuating? That I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me. I'll expose the flaws in her logic in one fell swoop. I think the suspicious part is here.
Objection!
The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared. Evidence and logic, essential tools for those who stand in the courtroom, must learn to master. But what if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? Fake? This Captain Nemo piggy bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon. What? The timing of when the bank was taken from the shop is important. And it was taken after the turbulence had occurred. But then, what about the blood of the bank? What do you make of that? I assume it was added after the murder, when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it this way, the killer basically did 3 things after the turbulence. Ooh! After exiting the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Then the killer proceeded to pick the bank up from the floor. Then took it to fabricate a murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. I love this, recreation. I really like this. This is good. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage, in my pocket to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Akbay Hicks. Use it! Yes, ma'am! Other than this piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found? We didn't find anything in this lounge or in the shop that could be used as one, ma'am. Most of the items that could have been used were broken during the turbulence. And the remaining items all tested negative for any traces of blood. I see. Well, Myers, Edgeworth, it appears your stall tactics are at an end. But it's possible that it's just hidden somewhere, sir. If the criminal had wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place, I think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth. Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden inside that suitcase, it signals to me that the killer had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence. Which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murderer's personage, or is still at the real scene crime scene.
Objection!
There is one more possibility, and that would be that the piggy bank is in fact the real murder weapon. But didn't we just... Let me finish! The killer took the bank out from the display case before the turbulence by opening the lock on the display case door. And it was at that time that the glass pane in the door was broken. I'd say that's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning. Wouldn't you? Let's see. So that means that the killer had the key to the display case. Franziska, the person you're talking about. Not so fast, I'm not finished. The person I am talking about also committed another sin. She tricks the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying! Speaking of which, I recall that you also wish to speak with her. Yes. Very well. Permission granted. But only if I can sit in on your investigation. Do we understand each other? I have no intention of interrogating her, but you are welcome to accompany me if you wish. Miss Tenero is in the flight attendant's room. Let's move. Let's see. Wait, are there only 2 flight attendants? So, you're the one that poked around inside the plane without the captain's permission. Deviating from the flight attendant's manual is a very unbecoming, you know. What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Miss Tenero. Mr. Edgeworth! You're here too! Can you please help us shed some light on why you did what you did? Alright. Is this like the... Is this game's detention center music? Fabulous. What is all this junk inside these boxes? There's no rhyme or reason for any of it. That's how lost and found, Mr. Edgeworth. Gold crowns and swords and necklaces? It's like a treasure trove in here, sir! The fact that these were left on the plane implies that they were carried onto it to begin with. Something tells me it's time for Goyu to send its metal detectors out for repairs. It's one of those suitcases designed by Miss Tenero. What is an Edgeworth? True. Hi, Grav! I can tell it's hardly ever been used by the lack of even a single scratch on it. It's pretty easy to tell who sleeps in which bunk just by looking. I'm almost certain that the well-kept one on the top belongs to Miss Tenero. Ew! The bottom one is a giant mess. You sloven, squalid scoundrel of a man! You dare to scrutinize a woman's bed and invade her privacy! Ow! There are some things in life best kept to yourself, Detective. So these are the attendants' lockers, huh? Let's hurry up and examine them, sir! Why must men always be so rude? Besides, who exactly gave you permission to search through the attendants' lockers? Wait, Detective! It would be uncouth of us to look into a woman's locker without her permission. Yeah, I guess so. Plus, I feel this murderous draft and I can sense a whip not far behind. Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? Because I didn't think I would be able to get his permission. What do you mean? The captain, he only has ears for Cammy. I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely seems to be rather taken by Miss Mealy. Yes, and on top of that, he had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends. In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges. Really? You were able to prove your innocence? Oh, that's thank goodness! Miss Tenero, was it? There is one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence, weren't you? Please answer honestly. Yes, I was. And why were you there? Well, Why the sudden hesitation? Francisca seems to have struck a nerve. All I did was go check up on the shop, like I always do. You're saying it was for work, then? Yes, I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After you visit the shop, you paid a visit to this room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up after my makeup. And adjust my makeup. I'm sorry, but there isn't much else to tell. Tenero claims to have no reason other than duty to go to the shop. But is that all there is to it? Maybe I should ask her about that thing. What thing? The suitcase? If you could please take a look at this for me, Miss Tenero. Oh, that suitcase! Yes, about the suitcase. You were the one who designed it, correct? And I think I figured something else about it. This suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? 50 bucks, not. 50 bucks! I mean, he's at least worth 1 million cents. We proved this during the last interrogation. There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there? Won't you please tell me about the suitcase? Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcase I had designed were selling. You're not thinking about him? Oh! I see. Who were you thinking about then? Or what, rather?
Diablo, mano. La gente guiando con cojones, puñeta. There they go. Oh, she leaves me. She won't answer the question. This calls for an interrogation, Sunshine Noka. Who were you thinking about when you said 50 bucks? Who is worth 50 bucks? An edge? An edge? Like an actual edge? I mean, Edgeworth has a lot of edges onto him. Look at his hair. It's got quite a few edges, even. You're not explaining further! You need to tell me later. You need to tell me later. I want to know so bad. Don't you start playing Pocopia! Answer me! She won't answer me. She runs away and hides in Pocopia. I know that as a service professional, I'm not supposed to care. But I really wanted to know. I was glad to see that it was the last one there.
The last one there? Eh?
What do you mean by that?
So, you're saying, Snail, that the suitcase in question was the last one?
Yes! They're just so popular, they're practically flying off the shelves.
That's not exactly the impression I got.
The one in the shop is most definitely the last one.
Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase.
Really? Then I guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much for taking the last one. I didn't say anything about buying it! Then say you'll buy it!
I'm sorry, I can't.
Why? I think it'd go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. I guarantee it personally, as a service professional.
Well, that is... how should I put... It's hideous!
That's so mean! What?
Maybe that was a bit too direct. Moving on. My issue with the suitcases isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining.
Remaining?
There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it.
Oh, but that's impossible. I'm sure there was only one. Looks like a story has generated quite the contradiction. When I left the shop, I'm positive there was only one suitcase left.
Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, Miss Tenero, what is one of those suitcases doing here?
That's...
I thought you said there was only one left.
That one is, it's mine. I've used it for a very long time now.
$1,200?! Girl, you're out of your fucking mind! She's used it for a long time. I think not. Miss Tenero, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me.
Excuse me?
I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time. I don't know, the fact that the sales tag is still there? And it's worth $1,200?! You're crazy. You're crazy, lady. Tell me, Miss Tenero, is it also a habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase?
What is the meaning of this? Why would you lie about a suitcase?
Despite having faith in her design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. Miss Tenero, I think I understand. I know what you're trying to hide. Now then, this suitcase was originally in the in-flight shop. Seeing as how the price tag is still on the suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. And the person who bought this suitcase was... Akbe Hicks, maybe?
Take that!
I was wrong. Sorry, but I don't understand your line of logic at all. Can't explain why you choose to finger that person. Don't say that. If that's how you're going to play this, then I'll admit that I was wrong. Instead of basking in your great admission, perhaps you would spend time thinking! Okay, so maybe it wasn't the victim. The suitcase was on sale in the in-flight shop. The person who bought the suitcase was... Did she buy it?
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it, Miss Tenero? I hate to say this, but this suitcase that you designed, it hasn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poorly this design that you poured your heart into was selling. You were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? Then the reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry! All I really have is my job. And I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. I thought that maybe I had finally accomplished something. Oh, poor girl. But the suitcases didn't sell. It's because of the design, isn't it? Because it's, as you put it, hideous. I can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them, either. Not selling a single one, and they were just sitting there collecting dust. I felt so bad seeing them there, day in and day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I worked. You buy one every single time you work a flight? I see. So in order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yes, and here's my receipt for that purchase. This receipt is clearly timestamped. 5:40 a.m. The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. They're planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of the flight. Mr. Nero, where are these other suitcases? They should all be down in the cargo hold. Then the suitcase the killer used could very well have come from the cargo hold. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think that the killer used one of my suitcases too? Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body. How could they? Those suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. That's all I ever wished for them to be. Miss Tenero, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than the elevator? The only other way is to just through that door there. And what about security? That door has no special lock installed because just to enter this room, you need a special key card that only crew members have access to. Interesting! Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects. I can't believe it! Yes, Francisca? Going on these wild goose chases, you're a disgrace to the Von Karma name! What do you mean by that? The suitcase came from the cargo hold. That fact alone tells the whole story. Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used your keycard. Miles Edgeworth! You're proposing that the killer brought the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? Yes, that's the only realistic possibility. That other attendant, Miss Mealy. I asked her earlier and she said this, and she had this to say. This is confirmation out of Miss Mealy. In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different key card is required. A different one? Yes, and the only person who holds a particular card is you, Miss Rhoda Tenero, and only you. Ah! What? Is this true, Miss Tenero? Yes, I keep that key card in my locker at all times. Would you please show us that key card right now? Yes, hold on. Ah! I don't believe it! What's wrong? The key card, it's gone! Uh-oh. Ha ha ha. Very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen when in fact you're trying to hide it from us. You've really thought this through. Wait! It's not like that! You can tell us all about it, what it's like down at the station. Officer, arrest this woman. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Edgeworth! There's disbelief written all over your face. Francisco, I know that you are the lead investigator on this case, however.
Hold it! Don't even think about wasting any more of my time.
You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Miles Edgeworth? I intend to do likewise. You know the rules, and so do I.
Wow, that was short. That was really short.
Okay. I think I can do maybe like a little bit more. At least until I hit the 3-hour mark.
Also, hi, Mina.
Wow, so this is the cargo hold, huh?
Oh, there he goes.
It's so big!
That's a lot of ugly suitcases. This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and super luxurious first-class seating. So this is the real scene of the murder. There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct?
Okay, let's get to investigating, sir.
Okay. Bedsheets. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew.
This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. You worked as a part-time mover?
By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. No matter how many pores on those puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so.
Aww.
I didn't mean to hit that. I wanted to know. I didn't know this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo.
This thing's as tall as 2 of you on top of each other, sir.
It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity.
What, really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right.
There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, Detective.
Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth! It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair!
These must be all the leftover ones that they can sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after this flight is over.
This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy!
Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness.
Think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200?! I think I'll pass.
And Miss Tenera wonders why they don't sell. You need 2 jobs just to buy one. Although, it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments. Aha!
Yes!
I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses.
And the victim was wearing a broken pair of glasses.
Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glass lens. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected.
You're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Okay. All sorts of boxes are piled up here.
This one says flammable, and this one says pharmaceuticals.
This one says for exorcism use only. So what kind of operation is this airline running? Alright, let's look at the elephant in the room.
Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal?
It's what the victim checked in, sir. So this suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look.
There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir.
Wait. File.
There's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir.
It looks like a profile of Martin Francisco.
Why?
Why would Mr. Hicks have had a file on her?
Francisco, we need to talk.
You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved government-level international crime. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Oh. Interpol is involved. It's a top-secret operation, so I can't really tell you any more than I already have. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that why the profile? Yes! Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisco?
Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir.
Francisca said that she had come to this airport as a part of an Interpol investigation.
Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard that she was coming here and he followed her.
Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was in actuality Interpol. Agent Hicks. Oh my god, more Borginian Interpol agents. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you?
Nonsense! What are you talking about?
We found a profile detailing information about you and the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out once.
But it looks like they got to him first.
So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. Oh. He went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold.
But what was he trying to do, dear sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Ow!
Agent Hicks came here for work-related reason. Oh, that I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue this investigation? No. Unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. But this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and these broken glasses are a testament to that. Then, the killer puts Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator, but while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Oh. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage.
What? Really, sir?
I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. If it was a crew member, any of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo holds. But the point to keep in mind is that the key card that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. wait. Hold on. I'm just investigating everything really quick. Let there be this much blood on this cloth. Was the victim wrapped in it at some point? According to Mr. LeBlanc, this textile is fairly famous. What a waste. Let's press first, but I think I have a theory.
Hold it!
That might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Miss Mealy or even the captain. Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand. Much like Scruffy over here. I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. Very well then. What about the other flight attendant, Miss Mealy? Ah, I thought you might ask about her.
Hold it!
But it's highly likely that the keycard was stolen from Mr. Mealy. It's highly likely. Is that possibility the best you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father? Yes, well, I don't have any evidence. Be quiet! You're a disgrace! There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know. It's not just the keycard that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Hugo Piggy Bank? Yes! She's also the only person with a key to open that display case. Furthermore, there is a matter of the key display case that held the murderous bank.
Hold it!
That is fake. Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon? And where did it go? Speechless, I see. That is not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed! There must be a way. There must be something to help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. It should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the murder weapon. Alan's head was found in the display case in the inside shop. I wonder if the fact has any bearing on this case. There's some blood on the one of the corners. This piggy bank be the murder weapon? It says Go You Airlines. You know, I've seen it occur a lot recently. It's been bothering me greatly. Why did the brands blah 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 blah. Looks so sad. I think we should examine the crime scene in more detail. We might turn up the murder weapon if we search all the cargo and luggage. But you think I haven't thought of that? Even now we're searching through them. We haven't found anything that even closely resembles anything. Alright then. The piggy bank? If this is the real murder weapon, then it would be damaged or perhaps have a dent on it somewhere. We've looked into them already and there is no sign of anything on it. But we can't discount it as a murder weapon on that one fact alone. The piggy bank is after all made of a stronger material than human flesh. So it is the body. Francisca, I think you're too quick to jump to conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes. We don't even have an autopsy result yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see? if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon.
Scruffy!
Yes, sir! Contact the medical examiner's office at once! I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy.
Yes, sir!
We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth! What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said that they already know this one thing for sure. Report, now! Doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back. He was beaten over such a wide area. Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign that the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head, the killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Oof.
Scruffy!
What is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's dumb. Was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective? Oh, well, they said that they were looking into that, sir.
You're completely useless! Yow!
Sir, I told you already, you can't go down here!
No, you remove yourself from my way!
What is all that racket? Oh. Help! Crazy! Crazy!
My luggage! My cargo! They're mine and I demand you return them to me!
We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. I suppose that is no choice. Finally, I think you gave... Hey, what are you?
You have left me no choice but to use strong force! Ah!
You won't get past me! This is... Wait, that's it! That's what this whole thing was been about! Further, there's the matter of the key to the display case held the murderous bank. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. Doc said that it's one giant... He fell! He fell from the turbine! Ooh, I don't like how that looks. Ooh, that's... Ugh. Okay. No? Oh, shit. No? Shit, What? Wait, then... Is there some way for me to prove that this isn't the real murder weapon? Extensive bruising from back of head down to mid-back, as if severely beaten. Agent Hicks was on the trail of an international smuggling ring. Nobody could find anything that could be considered the real weapon to hold. This maybe? Really? What? I'm confused. What do you... what... I don't... I'm just doing random at this point. What the... I'm so confused. What is the combination? Can't auto, and I can't save scum here either. Ah! Okay, let me reread this. Okay. The Captain Nemo piggy bank. Is there some way for me to prove that this isn't the murder weapon? I tried this and the cause of death, and it didn't work. I tried the smuggling, and it didn't work. Tried cause of death and the weapon, it couldn't work. So I tried this, this, and this. I'm like trying to think here. The weapon couldn't be found. Nobody could find anything that could be considered the real weapon in the hold. Is it severely beaten? Like, I feel like it has to be these two, right? Like, it makes sense. Like, this makes sense to me. Did I do this? I don't remember if I did this. Oh, I might get a game over because I genuinely don't know what they want me to do here. Like, how is it not this? Because we just saw Mr. LeBlanc fall down and we got so like it has to be this, right? I'm so lost here. I have no idea. Feels like I've tried every combination and it's not letting me go back down, so it has to be something here. Did I not try this? Let me see. There we go. Jeez. I feel like I did try that one already. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. There we go. There we go! Okay. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Franziska! What? What do you want? I found it, Franziska. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped! I didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. He might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sirs. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. It's coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you really are the prosecutor, then you'll back yourself up with evidence. Oops, wrong button. You aren't listening at all, are you? Come on then, show me this real murder weapon. You speak up. You don't really have the evidence because it's a big fucking thing. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Mr. Ancient Hick's death is incorporeal. What? What the fuck? Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what the real cause of death was. Freefall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. Hey Car, weird question. How long do you think you'll be on for tonight? And would you be okay with me rating you your stream later? Oh, that'd be great. That'd be nice. I will say I probably will be wrapping up pretty soon. I'm gonna see if maybe I can reach the to be continued of this case. And then I'll probably wrap up there because my throat's starting to hurt a little bit. Also, my phone is at 2% battery. Ah, give me a second. You're allowed to do whatever you want, Cody. I'm touched that you would consider me for a raid. Dang, that's okay. I'm not gonna be starting for a little while and went until like 12:30 last night. Aw, that's perfectly fine then. I hope you have fun. I hope you have fun on your own stream then. Fell to his death? Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back. And the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the what happened inside this plane? I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold. What? Then... We're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sirs! Hey, you! Tell me you aren't dead, pal! Quiet! Why are you screaming? He's alive! And there you have it, my Edgeworth. It's not possible that it itself fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? I actually was going to earlier this week, but when I suggested a different game, someone was like, yo, Zelda, or whatever. You are my target list for raids. Oh, shokes. Oh, shokes. Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? It would have been a Borginian pancake for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box is there.
So there's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios.
It may be there now, but there is no proof that it was always there.
I'll see you around! Have fun in your stream! Ha! As if there could have been a window of time when the joint box was not there!
Ah, but there was.
What?
Oh! The transfer! The transfer point!
Take that!
You refueled into the Republic of Shenfa!
Yes, this flight had a short layover in Shangfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Ah! It's labeled Shangfa Express! Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Shangfa.
Ah!
Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on that at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Shangfa leg of the flight, making a clear draw from which Agent Hicks could have fallen, whose death entirely possible.
Ah, but your theory is still very far-fetched.
Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Oh! Alright, let's investigate. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Aleph Red Statue. Never heard of it. Nor I, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Well, let's get investigating, sir! Oh.
Look here! Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission!
Don't brush up on me like that, pal! So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I could find out from him. This might be a good stopping point, actually. I'm getting hungry and my throat hurts. I've been talking and yelling a lot. So I should stop here. I can feel like a bit of scratch on my throat. Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Oh, but that'll be all for today's stream. Thank you so much for stopping by and all.
This case is funky. I like that this isn't like a trial either. Ugh. There hasn't been, I'm surprised there hasn't been like a single trial. I mean, I guess this is called investigations. We're investigating. So there probably wouldn't be any trials. But it's just so interesting playing an Ace Attorney game without a trial segment. It's all investigating, which is kind of fun. That last, like, logic bit did throw me in a loop, though. Like, I get it after I figured it out, but I didn't really figure it out. I was just putting random pieces at that point because, like, it wasn't making any sense to me. But after the explanation, I was like, yeah, I guess. As, like, seeing Edgeworth run. Okay, let me do one more save. Ooh. Go back to title. Oh, it saves when you... Oh, then off. There we go. Also, does it say I've been playing the game for 19 hours? Has it really been 19 hours? There's no way I've been playing this game for 19 hours. Let's look at the gallery! Not at the spoiler stuff, obviously, but, you know. Yo, character compendium. Is there no Franziska? I thought for sure we would have seen a Franziska. Maybe we unlock it after we finish the case. Damn, okay. Ooh! Ooh! Hold on! I love that MIDI-ass piano.
That's gonna be it for today's stream. And as always, I showed the schedule to show off like the week. I won't be streaming tomorrow or on Thursday, because I need a break to rest my throat. And also, I'm gonna be busy Wednesday because there is another stream I really want to watch that's happening tomorrow. I'm excited for that. But I will be back on Friday to stream more Rubato, and then more Ace Attorney Saturdays with the gang. I switched the time to 8 p.m. to make it like a little easier because I know it kind of conflicts with something else, and I don't want to inconvenience anybody. So I switched the time a little bit to make it easier for folks. That does mean we might have shorter streams, but that's okay. I think that's fine. Ooh. That said, let me get on over here. Oop. And then, oh my goodness. Oh, let me find someone we can raid into. Thank you for streaming, love. Oh, thank you! A freak. We also close this. Oop. There we go. Let me find someone we can raid into. Let's see, who is live right now? Oh my god, wait. Okay, I want to raid into Violet. Violet's playing, Pokemon Champions. And it seems like a lot of folks are there, too, to hang out. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go check on the gang. Let's go check on the Fluffy Barrage gang. We'll raid into Violet. And I need to get some water and food. I am so hungry. Literally all I've had is a sandwich today. Like a ham and cheese sandwich. And that was like before the stream started. Like right before the stream started. So yeah, I need to get some dinner. Thank you so much everyone for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and take care of yourselves. Bye!